action.
You've been doing this for a long time.
This is my 5th year with the campaign, so I've been here since the get-go, since day one, and it's amazing to see where it's gone and how it's grown. And
Hi, this is Howie Mandel. Bell was a 5-cent sport of mental health initiative.
You know, I'm thrilled with Bell for allowing me to be part of this campaign because I think that we have to remove the stigma. So the more I talk about it, the more you talk about it, the better it is for all of us, because I don't think there is anybody alive that can get through life without needing some mental health coping skills.
Initiative, like all of the Bell aspects of the company, called Bell Let's Talk Day. And since I am a person that has suffered from mental illness for 17, 18 years,
Oh, good. So I'll start with the first question I asked Larry that you couldn't hear, and that is just, this is the 4th year of this tremendous initiative, and maybe what you've experienced or learned from 4 years of Let's Talk.
yeah, it's 4 years in, and it's been a pretty incredible shift that I've seen happen. And the way I know it's happened is because people talk to me on the streets all the time in Canada. It's how this campaign has opened up their minds and hearts to mental health and mental illness in terms of understanding, in terms of support, and in terms of destigmatizing it. And that's the most important thing, is ending the stigma attached to mental illness in Canada. We can.
It's a trap!
Show you something out of this book. Something that I seen today.
Well, little Justin there in 2024, 25.
The ingredients used in the performance of satanic magic. Skip ahead to part C.
Keep an eye open for this cat.
Which is imagery. Whereas civilized adults are much more critical of their own creative efforts. This is why a primitive magician can utilize a mud doll or crude drawing to successful advantage in his or her magic ceremonies. Now, when I got here today, there's 2 of those girl trolls. They're friends with some of the workers here. Anyway, they draw a lot. And when the drawings was out on the table, and she was ordering, it was drawing me. It had the hoodie and everything. It wasn't a bad drawing, actually. And yeah, and it had a little little voice box beside it, like in a comic book, right? And it said "fuck" in it, like, you know what I mean? To kind of like that I'm saying "fuck." What's going on? Do they know? I've been looking for people like this for many years. You find them here and there, but here they come to you. I'm digging this shit. I like it. I want more. Anyway, so yeah, they're doing satanic magic on me. Magic. They're magicians. What the fuck are we gonna do? From this piece of shit book right here.
Well, we can be sure that the history of the labyrinth goes back some 4,000 years or more. The earliest examples we have
What kind of magic spell to use? Slime and snails, or puppy thumbnails, thunder or lightning.
And baby said,
Minions! The highest honor awarded to Dr. Nefario for your years of service. The 21 Falcon salute. I'll count to 22.
Magic dance, magic dance, magic dance, magic dance.
Wake up! You can't remember where it was, and this dream stopped.
The snake was pale gold, glazed and shrunken.
She was beside me. Oh.
Just on the paranoia side. The paranoia?
Yeah.
Because you think it's paranoia because I have people after me and...
Yep.
So where do you think the paranoia comes from?
If you think people are coming after you, you got to me that's paranoia.
Okay.
Yeah. What else you got? Anything else?
No, I don't have anything really.
You're not hearing anything else? You're not hearing...
No.
Not dealing with voices at all?
Why would you think I'm dealing with voices in my head?
I don't know. To me, well, to me, just, paranoia is to me is the first hint. To me, anybody talks about someone's pursuing them and valid not. To me, that's at least a sign of paranoia. And if I hear signs of paranoia, then my next question would be, have you ever dealt with voices?
No.
Okay.
Never.
Okay. Anyway, have you ever spoken to anybody for some level of assistance?
Assistance, like, what do you mean?
Medical assistance. Tell somebody here's what I'm dealing with.
Yeah, I've been forced against my will, and they tell me that weed is a hallucinogenic drug, and reading books gives you delusions of grandeur.
So there we go. So to me, we're talking. Anyway, so do you smoke a fair bit? Have you smoked
cigarettes? Yeah, I smoke every now and then.
I'll say pot.
What's that?
Pot too.
Pot?
Yep.
Not so much right now, no.
But you have historically?
In the past, yeah.
Fair enough. Is there a history of arthritis in your family?
No.
Your mom?
No, I don't know my biological family. Alright, so this is part 2 to that fucked up psychological evaluation I just had while I was panhandling. Sitting on the streets with a sign, trying to get some fucking money. Anyway, that conversation went on for about 10 minutes. This guy was linking arthritis going from your joints and into your brain. It gives you paranoid psychosis, and weed is responsible for all this shit. Now look at that sign in behind me right now. This is where I guarantee that fucker was from. All right, tell me that's not a swastika. Hey, with the Windows colors on it, like, that's a fucking swastika, bro.
We've balanced the budget. We're balancing the budget because we've sold an asset.
What else you got? Anything else?
No, I don't have anything really.
You're not hearing anything else? You're not hearing...
No?
Not dealing with voices at all?
Why would you think I'm dealing with voices in my head?
I don't know, to me.
Anyway, that guy thinks weed's an hallucinogenic drug. I told him, like, it's just a different opinion, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, is one religion delusional and the other schizophrenic for having different ideas? Well, no. I said, well, why is this political opinion, like, what the fuck? Are you hearing voices in your head? That's what they keep saying to me now. Every time I confront, like, some bad cops, now, are you hearing voices in your head? Are you hearing voices in your head? Like, why would they just approach me and assume I'm hearing voices in my head? Like, there's a lot of weird fucking shit fucking...
You're ready to go.
Yep.
So you're nicely involved. You have a great spot on council. How do you feel right now?
Well, you know, step number one, glad to be back on council. Yeah, I've enjoyed being on council the last 8 years. Look forward to the next 4.
Now, are you hearing voices in your head? Are you hearing voices in your head? Like, why would they just approach me and assume I'm hearing voices in my head? Like,
What else you got? Anything else?
no, I don't have anything really.
You're not hearing anything else? You're not hearing...
No?
Not dealing with voices at all?
Why would you think I'm dealing with voices in my head?
I don't know, to me.
Hi there. I don't know if anybody recognizes him from the Nazi psychoanalysis video. I just got on the main street, sat down on a smoke, and he walks by again. Imagine that, eh? That's a stalker if I've ever seen one. Prominent businessman. Well, he's not a businessman, he's a psychologist over at the Nazi friggin' recruiting center. Not recruiting center, Nazi whatever facility you want to call that, for mental health and help. Anyway, have a cigarette and got some shit to do. Peace.
Why, hello there. Is this where you work?
That is Dr. Redhead from Mattawa. I seen him at Rexall, the drugstore, and then I caught him following me here in the mall. I've got him pinned in here. He won't leave here now that I've come in. It's been like 20 minutes. He's just been looking at nothing. Anyway, there's another one.